Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Actually, I want to ask a question. When is the best time to start dating anybody? When do you think is the best time to start dating anybody at all? I think I'm just going to share something with you from my book, Dating and Sex. You must know that the dating market is a massive market. Your pastors, your politicians, your friends, your associates, your colleagues, everyone you've ever known, everyone you've ever met, everyone you will ever meet is actually are going to be affected by this dating market. So you have to go back to when you were a child, go back to when you were playing with your friends. For many kids, dating is simply spending time with your favorite classmates, the opposite sex. So there was a time in your life that you spent a lot of hours. You spend so much time playing with a particular friend of yours. For you, that was dating, right? You hung out with a particular boy or girl at lunchtime. You spent a lot of time. In this book, I spoke about one of my classmates. I used a fictional name, because we were quite close. Each time I go back home, I would use my mom's little Nokia phone and send her a text message. I would call her and she would send me back a text message. She would call me. We'll spend hours and hours talking and talking. Okay. So averagely, there's a research by the American Academics of Pediatrics noted that girls begin dating as early as 12 and a half years old and boys a little year older. Now, that's American, a typical African family. You dare not make sure that you are dating anyone at age 12 or 13. What happened to dating your books? Your mother will ask you, my friend, go and read your books. Leave this boy and girl issue alone. So the thing is, whether you are a parent or not, dating for teenagers means something different from dating for adults. For most youngsters, dating can mean spending time interacting with their same sex friends as they do with members of the opposite sex. Okay, so when you leave the days of hanging out with people, you begin to stick with a particular person from that group. You begin to single out this particular boy, you begin to single out this particular girl, you begin to single out this particular person, and then you begin to stick with that person. And it comes to a time where you begin to ask yourself, are you really in love with this person? Okay. So this has happened to me a couple of times, and for the majority of you, when you begin to stick to one person, you begin to get attracted to that person. The question is, um, you begin to ask questions to your parents. You begin to ask your parents questions like, you want to find out how your mom met your dad. You ask questions like, Mom, did you fall in love with dad at first sight? Or Dad, how did you know that mom was the woman for you? So if your parent is smart enough, he or she would realize that you are up to something. Okay. And unfortunately, for most parents, when they see their kid with another kid holding hands and smiling foolishly at each other, they tend to downplay the emotions and call it infatuation, crush, or puppy love. Right? So I wrote about my own experiences here, and for me, I'm not sure one would call my love for puppy love, because sincerely I did care about her. I sent her text messages. I studied with her after school. I asked her questions about her family. And so in a single night, we would make tons and tons of calls to each other. How dare you? How dare you call this patience, this care, this hope puppy love? All right. So unfortunately, because of schoolwork, some of these friendships get lost over time, and it's at this point that a lot of guardians, optimal guardians for teens, is advised. You begin to apply this principle of friendship, of improving your friendship, of facing life together. You begin to look out for people. All right. When you get to this stage in your growing up life, you begin to see the difference between people who care about you and people who do not care about you. Okay, you begin to understand that you can actually hang out with people and talk about random things with your group of friends. All of a sudden you begin to single out particular persons. You want to hang out with them more. You want to care about their messages more. The things they tell you, you begin to show concern more to those words. You begin to feel hot. Okay, but you cannot feel hot about words said to you by someone you do not care about. So we feel hurt by those words because we definitely have shown concern and love and gratitude and care to this really special person. So if you are growing up as a child and you discover that you've moved from taking care or hanging out or talking about assignments or what schoolwork to calling the person to checking on the person to buying the person gifts to visiting the person to singling out the person each time you go for a party or something, then something is happening to you. And it's at that juncture it's important you know that you have been introduced to the dating game. All right. So the point here is if you want to know when is the right time to start dating, you must be able to answer the question, when did you start making someone in your life feel special? When did you start making someone in your life feel amazing? If you can answer that question, then no matter what age you are, your journey to dating, your journey to human relationships have just begun. Okay? All right. So I'm going to be talking more about this book, Dating and Sex, and I'm really interested in your getting a copy of the book, in your engaging with the content. Let me know how was your experience, your first dating experience? When did you know? When did you come to the realization that you are ready to start dating? Okay, I'd love to know. Share with me. Okay, thank you.